Yes, the podcast is back down in the basement. Fucking
Weird.
back to business on these bitches. That's what we do. You know, we moved the camera angle so it's not just working class music in the background.
These fucking mic stands are such
That's why I'm just leaning it.
the fucking free mic stand that came with my mic. This fucking goddamn it, dude. Oh, that's a great deal. It's these fucking useless mic stands, man.
Why don't you use that one?
Nothing.
Nothing's on it. Just
I've already configured all the shit. Yeah. Intro the show.
Yeah, welcome to the.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
Welcome to the Indistinct Conversation podcast.
Hey,
We're fucking back after a while, because we got real busy working on working class music, and so now.
Little unplanned hiatus, but
yeah, we're back because I, don't talk to my family, so here we are having a podcast now. Yep.
This really is just self-help for us.
Oh yeah, because you think I could tell my family these problems? Hell no, dude.
That sucks.
Fucking, I don't know if you guys know. Are you not gonna use the stand?
Nah, I don't even like it. Sucks.
All right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but my girlfriend's car windshield got busted the other week.
Oh shit.
And my mom made it about her, and I was just like, "Oh God!"
Wait, so tell that whole story, because I'm not even totally.
Okay, so yeah, let's open up with a fun little story here. So the other week, my girlfriend's windshield got broken. Their back windshield. So
how does that happen?
Dude, fuck if I know, man. Like,
it was just
she's leaving regular one night. And I go sit down. I'm about to eat a sandwich.
leaving her job,
She's leaving my house.
Okay.
Yeah, this happened right down the street from my driveway.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and so I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I'm about to sit down with a sandwich, and she comes banging on the door, and I'm go running down what's going on? She's like, somebody just fucking smashed my windshield. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And she's
was she in the car when that happened?
Yeah, she's like, I got in the car and turned it on, and then it was a
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. And so
it's like a neighborhood kid, or
I don't fucking know, dude.
what
and,
the fuck, man?
So she gets out and I go running down trying to see what the fuck is up, and I'm trying to make sure she's okay, trying to look and see if anybody's around or anything that, and I go inside to grab some shoes or something. And my mom's like, what's going on? And I'm Sydney's windshield got broken. I'm asking I ask her where my younger brother is, just to make sure it's not something that him and his dumb friends were doing.
Yeah.
And she gets pissed at me
God
immediately, why would you think it? Because I mean,
just asked where he was.
Yeah, right. I'm not I didn't insinuate anything. I'm just
that sucks.
where is he? Because the kid's got a bit of a track record.
That's fucking annoying.
And so, yeah, as soon as I ask her that, she fucking blows up at me.
Man.
And I'm not the time, you
Yeah.
know?
Dealing with actual problems.
Yeah,
here,
it's you could be helping, but you're just yelling at me.
I really feel for your mom, because she loves all you kids, and
Yeah,
she's
but
trying to balance that out.
A couple of my siblings are just, they're just duds.
Yeah,
you know?
It's got to be frustrating, dude. I can't even imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
So it just, this rock came through the windshield. It was a rock.
It was
right?
it was a big piece of wood.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Did it possibly just fall out of a tree or
I
some
don't,
shit?
dude. I don't even know. I've been looking around trying to figure it out.
If you didn't even see the punk ass, because I feel if you throw a rock or some wood through someone's window, they're gonna see you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if the guy, if somebody did it, if they just got out of there quick, because it was already dark outside.
Man.
So yeah, that whole thing happened. And
That's fucking.
Yeah, it's my mom's yelling at me while I'm trying to make sure Sydney's okay, and so I just left, because I was just nah, man, not having this.
Jesus, dude. That's
but
fucking.
We're okay. We got it fixed. All that's good. I got good friends like Xander here, and the people at Working Class Music. They're just hey man, hey, we got you.
Yeah,
it's cool.
People got to come together these days. It sucks that that's how it's been. I had a friend who lost his job wasn't working for maybe like a month and a half, and like even just that long almost fucking ruined his life. He was almost homeless, like almost evicted. You know what I mean? Like
from
fucking-
working a job?
Huh?
Like he got fired? Or?
He was working a job all through COVID. He was working as a fucking sanitation guy at a fucking warehouse. So he was the guy cleaning the warehouse during the fucking quarantine.
That's rough.
And they fucking just cut him loose, like almost no notice. And it's like, you know, that was one of those, like, I need to get on that GoFundMe, like, right now, dude. Like, you can't be homeless. That's he's one of my buddies who does, like, actual, like, activism. Like, he's got, like, Black Bloc friends. They like, feed the homeless every Saturday and shit.
Nice.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in Atlanta.
But, there's too many of them. And he one of the dudes who actually sacrifices every fucking weekend for as long as I've known him was about to be forced to be on the other side of that table.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
it's crazy how fast you can like lose all like everything. Like you have one bad month in America and you can fucking
a lot of people
everything.
think that they're almost a millionaire and they're a lot closer to being a homeless person.
Yeah, I'm way closer to being homeless than I am a millionaire. You know, like
fucking real though. So yeah, when you can help people, you got to just do it, man. That's, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
Sydney needs a new windshield. It's like, okay, I'm gonna not have every cheeseburger I want this week.
Exactly. I'm like, fucking. It's like I gotta do some more working this week, just to make it, make it right.
Get your shit done. That's important, man.
Yeah, that was a real weird thing to like deal with, because like it was funny because I went to my friend's house like later the next week, and she told me a fucking tree fell on her car and fucking smashed her windshield. I was like, God damn, dude.
Because all your friends are being assaulted by wood.
Yeah, and her roommate, the same thing happened to him, where like they're this tree in their yard has a fucking body count, dude. Like it fucking put a hole in one dude's windshield. It like a whole branch just fell on her car and like broke her back windshield. And like I was over there while she was getting a quote to get the tree taken down. And the guy thought he was cutting her a deal by saying, yeah, it's like $5,000. And like he called her and he was like, yeah, with this, that, and the other, it'll probably only be about $3,200. And it's like, okay, yeah.
That's like my nicest guitar is like that much money. You know what I'm saying? Like to have to spend that to have to spend that just to keep your fucking car running.
Yeah, it's like if I can't afford $5,000, what makes you think I've just got 32 to throw at you? You know what I mean?
I mean, obviously, fucking $1,800 cut feels a little better, but Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, it's still not good.
And there's just such a huge gap in this fucking. I mean, God, I'm getting all socialist like always. But it's like,
it wouldn't be the podcast for that.
But it's such a huge problem that just like you can't just have like a basic life anymore. You can't just work a job and go home anymore. It's like, oh my God, that's.
Yeah, man, I've got like 3 or 4 different jobs. And, I'd rather have that than be a fucking assistant manager at Bojangles.
But what if assistant manager at Bojangles paid you like $35 an hour?
Shit, I mean, then maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then maybe.
Like, if I could have one shitty job, but it paid for everything in my life to be okay, if I could just have a house and a car and good food, and sure, it's a shitty job, but I only do it for a few hours a day, and then I go home and got the rest of my world. I would fucking so much prefer that to what we have now, where like we're scrambling, like teachers are driving for Lyft.
Dude, yeah, fucking there are teachers with OnlyFans out there.
There's nurses with OnlyFans,
and then they get fired for that.
Yeah.
It's
like
ridiculous.
If you're a teacher, you should have a comfortable house in the suburbs.
Yeah.
That just seems like a fair trade to me.
Shit, I feel like the most regular job I have is driving for Lyft, and it's like, I was telling you before, like if I time it right, I make my $100 and just fucking get on with my day.
Yeah.
It's like, some jobs, you work a full 8-hour shift, and hourly you're not you're not leaving with $100.
I mean, think about like waiters, waitresses.
Yeah, it's like you work a whole shift and then you maybe get like $70 in tips.
You hope that one table gives you a sick tip, and a lot of time the big table doesn't give you a tip at all. Yeah, I just had a huge was on a Reddit thread the other day about the the after church crowd when you're working at a restaurant.
Oh my god.
Everyone who's worked in a restaurant knows these people.
Oh fuck, dude. That's why I would never want to work Sundays.
Sunday
'cause
afternoon.
fuck that,
It's the
dude.
nightmare scenario, man.
It's the worst.
And I would get that a little bit working at the guitar stores because you'd get like, it would usually just be like the dad or maybe him and his wife,
Yeah.
but they're like fed. They already yelled at somebody for the day. They had a few
They already got
beers.
it out, yeah.
They're kind of chilling now. They're in
Yeah.
like post rage at Applebee's mode.
Oh,
But now they want to talk about maybe buying a guitar and only if I can give them a crazy good deal, and they still want you to suck their dick for a fucking every little detail, but
See, that's what I don't understand about the after church crowd with restaurants. It's like, how do you get out of church and still be that much of a dick? You know what I mean?
because they're pumped up on self-righteousness.
Yeah, that's about right.
You know,
They're like,
it's-
I can't be wrong. I just left church. Where were you?
Yeah.
You were here? Not in church?
You were working on the Sabbath like
Oh.
a sinner.
Yeah, it's like, you fucking
like,
Philistine.
Bitch, you don't get your sandwich if I'm not working
Yeah,
here today.
exactly. It's like, do you not want me to be here? Because, like, who's going to get your fucking food?
I've literally seen that where like people were like, how they post their tips or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was like literally just like, we don't tip on the Sabbath or some shit like that, and it's like then stay home.
Yeah, it's like,
Stay the fuck home on the Sabbath. Eat
fucking
leftovers
terrible.
then if you're gonna be like that.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
remember, I was working at some place out in Kennesaw. Like, it was one of my last restaurant jobs, and like, it was a Sunday, and like, I fucking came in covering somebody's shift, and like got there early, and like immediately everybody's just yelling at me.
it's always good when it's the literal I'm not supposed to be here scenario.
And like, that's what made me just like fucking leave, because
Yeah.
like I was there for maybe 2 hours,
Oh yeah.
and like was getting yelled at for the full 2 hours, but from like so many different people, like
Oh my
people
God.
who were like working
Yeah,
doubles that
yeah.
they didn't need to be working that day.
Oh
the
yeah.
managers,
Because the
fucking
staff is pissed. Everyone's pissed. No one's happy.
And like fucking, as soon as there was a little bit of a lull, I just fucking took my apron off and fucking left.
One of the shifts that made me quit being a waiter at Taco Mac, and I asked them to move me to the fucking kitchen so I could just be in the back. Like after Sunday crowd is always bad, but when it's college football season,
Oh fucking! We've been to fucking hooligans when that's happening, and we're just like, oh, let's just cheer to fuck with these people
Yeah.
because they're being obnoxious.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, and we cheer for whoever they're not cheering
yeah,
for,
it's just like they're like, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah,
just to get just so they did the palpable animosity. But like I just remember that I'm sure I've told this story before too, but it's like just so clearly I'd like just moved here from Utah. I'm like 19, 20 years old. I don't know what a fucking yellow jacket is. You know what I mean? And
fucking college football's dumb
they're,
as
they're
shit.
asking me which team I'm rooting for, and I'm like, bro, do you want your burger well done? Like
I have nothing for you.
and since I'm
dude.
not like partying with them and like rooting for the team, I'm not their friend, and I don't get a
don't
fucking
matter.
tip.
Yeah.
And so when you've got the dudes who've been at Taco Mac since it opened, drinking and watching college football all day, and then
Jeez.
their wives come from church to meet them at the Taco Mac.
Nope.
That's when the real nightmare scenario
Oh,
begins, because he's in a
God.
good mood, she's in a shitty mood, he's happy, she's self-righteous. It's just this beautiful,
Yeah.
just oh my God, it's great. This is such a cool culture that we've got.
Jeez. I mean, but on the other side of that coin, you've got the whole bar scene. Like, man, I tell you, you ever have like a night where you're like, I don't know if I should have left the house, but I'm glad I did, because
Oh, yeah.
what a story.
Oh yeah.
So like the other night, Friday night, I told her I was going out, right? I'm sitting at the bar, and like I'm just, like 1 or 2 beers in, and this guy next to me is just pounding tequila shots. Like
Fucking
he's
goals.
got a Corona and he's just pounding tequila shots, and
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just like,
One beer but several shots.
yeah, like
that's a
he
method.
said 1 beer but like 3 shots, and
That's
I'm
a
just sitting there
fucking-
like amazed.
That's
like,
a champion.
wow, dude.
Jesus.
And he like looks at me and he's like, you want one? It's like, sure, dude.
You're
And
buying, bro.
he's like, 2 Cuervos, me and my boy here. And I was just like, I don't even know this guy, but fucking cool. And so, like, we take, like, we have, like, 2 rounds of shots. And he's just like, it's starting to hit him. He's like, man, it's crazy because I got to drive myself home. And I'm, like, looking at him like, I hope not, man. I fucking hope not.
You're like, how do I email a Lyft gift card?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like, I know the bartenders at this bar, so like, I'm sure they weren't going to let him do that.
Yeah.
And so he's like, man, shit.
That sucks.
I got to fucking drive.
Yeah.
I got to figure it out. And I'm like, yeah, man, you got this. And he's like, yeah, man, you want a bump? And I was just like, and he's like, yeah, man. And I'm like,
that's such a classic like bar guy move.
Exactly.
Like, I'm so hammered and I have to drive, so I better do cocaine about it.
And I'm just like, okay. And so like we go to the bathroom, and like we're doing it and everything, and he's just like, yeah, right, cool. And like, you know, somebody like starts banging on the toilet, and I'm like, I'll be honest, you know, like fucking just shut up, go away.
Right.
And so like we do some more, and like probably like 5 minutes have gone by, and we're just like standing there, kind of starting to feel it. And he just like looks at me like from across the bathroom and is just like, "All right, now take your dick out." And I'm just like, "Sorry, what? Beg pardon?"
We're that kind of friendly.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, so that's what all of this was." And I'm like, "Yeah, nah, man. I mean, thank you. I'm flattered. I'm so flattered." But no. And like before, like, because he's drunk, so I'm like, I'm gonna just say this and get the fuck out before anything gets weird.
Don't make it an issue. Yeah.
And so, you know, before he like has a, you know, make it weird or get in front of the door or anything, I just fucking walk out of there and fucking walk past like a couple of dudes outside the bathroom. And I go back to the bar and I hear like this dude that I was in the bathroom like screaming with some other dude. And they're just like having a whole screaming match.
God damn.
And I'm like standing there just like fucking, I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
I mean, yeah, it's just some stranger at the bar.
Yeah,
It's not
and so like I like order another beer and the bartender walks up. He's like, yeah, that's that guy's husband who came to pick him up because he was too drunk. And I'm sitting there just like,
oh my god.
And I walked right past that guy.
Oh,
and so I grab my beer and I just go outside and start talking to some people that I knew there because I'm just like, let me just stay out
hide
of
your face.
Yeah,
somewhere,
let me stay out of this whole line of fire. Because like, no, because these were like these were 2 dudes.
There's
you know,
so
I don't want to profile,
much.
but like you wouldn't have guessed.
Well,
that
yo,
these
a lot
were
of times,
two, like,
a lot of times you
KK.
can't.
Yeah.
You know, that's what everyone. You know.
Like,
Every
you
homophobe I fucking talk to, or I don't talk, but harass on Twitter, they have this like preconceived notion that like every gay guy is like super effete. It's just not the case.
No,
a lot of them are
these
fucking tough.
These are 2 regular dudes.
There's like so many gay dudes who like all they want to do is build their own log cabin.
These just look like 2 regular working class dudes who
Yeah.
just fuck each other.
Yeah.
And apparently fucking like. Yeah, I guess that guy thought, like, what are you doing in the bathroom with that guy?
Damn, dude.
And, like, I'm just like, oh, no.
So that is something so fucking interesting to me because, like, I feel like as a bi dude, you probably experience dating in a very interesting way compared,
Yes and no.
But just, like... You know, I feel like a lot of women complain about this type of thing where it's like, he bought me a drink and now he expects me to sleep with him. But, like, because you're just, like, 2 bros, he's like, yeah, take your dick out.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm picturing a woman in that scenario. Yeah, take your pussy out. Like, it sounds
like,
so fucking
either
crude
way,
and weird.
It's just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, fucking... I'll get like the gay community.
Yeah, dude, I got you a
is,
shot and I got you a bump, so take your fucking dick.
Yeah, like to be fair, they have streamlined a lot of things to make a lot of things easier, but at the same time, if there's like no signal whatsoever, like just because we're drinking and doing drugs does not mean I fucking want anything to do with this.
Fuck, dude, that is wild. I mean, yeah, I can't. I've never been very forward in like dating scenarios anyway.
I mean,
think
yeah, it's definitely brave.
It's kind of like like something I've worked on with myself. Is like I know that there are opportunities I could have had that I missed because I just didn't say the right thing. But I don't. I think that's too far the other way.
Oh yeah, no, it's
That's
weird.
a little too straightforward.
Also, like I hadn't said anything about it, so the assumption in and of itself was also
like,
just
you could have just been some straight guy trying to do some blow.
right. Like, it's like, dude, you got so lucky that you said this to me and not like some other dude. Because like at this same bar,
man.
I've had this situation where like I guess I accidentally made eye contact with like this big fucking corn-fed looking motherfucker.
One of those guys.
And,
You looked at me, bro?
Yeah, I think I told you this story fucking when we were texting or whatever, but like he like walks up, he's like, you look at me like that again, I'm gonna fucking make you not want to. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I'm just like...
Look, I was looking around a bar full of people.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, just don't look at me like that. And I'm like what? And he was like, you know what you did. And I was like, I don't. That's why
That's literally that fucking Chappelle Show bit. Like, fucking... Why are you looking at me like that, white man?
You know, so fucking
it's
weird.
Fucking,
and so like
I don't know how I'm looking at you. I'm not even looking at you right now.
Right? And like eventually like one of his friends starts just acting all out of pocket because like he like lost his phone or something, and he's like fucking like there's some girl that's with the two of them that's like trying to calm him down, and he shoves this girl, and then like literally like me and like two other dudes just like grab him and like pull him outside.
Yeah, you're crossing a
like,
line there.
We see the fucking security guy like barreling down the bar.
Yeah.
And like even his boy didn't see that happen, so he comes over like, yo, what are you grabbing my buddy for? Because he's already got you know heat on me, and so he's about to like he's fucking coming at me. The security guy comes to like shut everything down.
Fuck.
And like this guy's like telling people, empty your fucking pockets. Like, who's got my phone? And like I'm like, no. And the security guy's like, dude, you need to calm down. And then he realizes, like, oh, my friend's being a dick.
Yeah.
And, like, he pulls me aside. He's like, dude, I'm sorry.
That's cool.
Like, and, like, I'm thinking, like, yeah, but, like, all of that was still weird, though. You know what I mean?
I do appreciate when a dumb macho guy can humble himself like that.
Yeah.
Like, that says a lot to the dude's character.
But it was also, like...
But
you didn't need to do that in the first place.
Yeah, you don't need to be a dumb macho asshole, you know?
Yeah.
If somebody gives you a funny look from across the bar, it's definitely their problem, not yours.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
I was already kind of drunk at the time, and so like I was probably just looking around.
Yeah, like I do that too. Like my eyes wander, and it's like I've done that before, where like you look at some stranger for like a little too long, and they make eye.
That's the thing. I didn't even realize I looked at this guy.
Right.
That's why when he came over and said something to me, I was just like,
no, I mean, you know me. I'll be like listening to like my third podcast of the day, drinking cocktails at a sports bar. I'm not looking at the TV. I'm not even looking at anything. My eyes are just kind of on like intake mode. You know what I mean? And I've done that a few times where it was just like, oh, I'm staring directly into an old man's eyes. Oh, sorry. You know, and I look the other way. You know what I mean? It's like a split second thing. You like blink, you look away, you're like, oh shit. You know, that's
honestly, I think the guy, maybe thought a little too
guys,
highly of himself.
A lot of guys go to bars.
Fucking,
A lot of guys go to bars to find fights. Like that is a type of person. Like,
yeah,
like
which I don't understand. I just go to fucking drink and
have some good vibes.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing for me too. But
yeah, it was like super weird.
But you meet those guys. Like I've worked jobs with people like, oh yeah, I did like 5 years for assault because some shit at the bar. You know what I mean?
Insane,
it's
man.
like, why would you like 5 years of your life like just because a guy spilled a beer? Like,
yeah,
it's like so fucking insane.
I don't fucking
dude.
understand that bro shit.
There was a viral one I saw the other day where it's this dude at like a bar. It looks like they're at like a fucking stadium or like a SeaWorld or some shit. And
is it the black dude and the two white people?
No, it's all just they all look like Guidos, to be totally straight up. And it's like one guy is being just so drunk and belligerent, and like there's like 5 security guards just like, dude, just get out of here, just go away. And he's like talking so much shit for so long, trying to get these fucking bigger, less drunk guys to fight him, and they just won't do it. his kid is there. His wife and kids are there. Like, he's got 2 sons that are like, Dad, no! Dad, don't fight him! And the mom just stands there texting while all this is going on.
Jeez.
And eventually, you know, the guy gets violent and cops show up and like 5 cops come and just beat the shit out of this guy.
Oh my
and
God.
and you like they're like banging this guy's head against the fence, and the kid is on the
Goddamn,
little kid is on the other side of the fence like, no, Daddy! And it's just like what? And, you know, and the guy gets up all tough like, oh, it took 5 of you to do that? You guys are fucking pussies. He's like kicking at their shins and shit. It's like you're
still on the ground.
yeah. And it's like your son is screaming and crying, and you don't look tough right now. You just look like scum. And you know, like they're leading him out of the fucking restaurant in cuffs, and the whole place is clapping and applauding. And
Damn, that makes me think of that time. There's this video, and it's like outside of like a warehouse somewhere. And, like, you know, it's like obviously these people like on their break or something.
Sure.
And this girl had called her boyfriend because one of her coworkers had, like, said something either, like, derogatory or, like, too forward to her.
Okay.
And so her boyfriend was going to come fuck up her coworker. And it just did not go well for this lady's boyfriend. Like, the guy fucking took his phone out, handed it to his buddy, and then just started piecing up this dude. And then I'm talking like Kurt Angle Olympic level, like picks this man up, jumps into the air with him, and just slams him to the ground.
Just like, I am not afraid of your boyfriend.
Yeah, he's literally just like, okay, you called your man, shouldn't have done that, you know? And like imagine you get like your girlfriend calls you and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. And just oh shit, fucking.
I'm gonna defend your honor, and then you just get fucking owned by this.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, a guy said some shit to you.
She has to be the other guy's girlfriend now. Then that's
yeah,
how
right?
that works.
Like, you've got to be fucking your coworker now. He prison rules, man.
That's so fucked up.
Like that must have been a really awkward drive home.
Oh my God!
Like he's just sitting there all lumped up, like.
Yeah.
Like trying not to.
I've only ever gotten into a fight because of a girl one time, and it was because I was in high school. It was my girlfriend's 17th birthday party.
Oh man.
And she's like dancing around with her friends, and there's some dudes there that were like, it was like me and my girlfriend and like my group of like punk ass friends, and then her group of like rich girlfriends and like some dudes that they knew.
This was a mixture.
Yeah, it was a weird crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she was like the one punk girl from and used to go to private school and is now in public school. So she like had roots there.
She had the connects.
Yeah. So these private school kids are hanging out, and this fucking guy, this fucking like skinny little like Frank Zappa looking motherfucker, like big curly hair and like 15-year-old mustache, you know.
So not the Frank Zappa mustache.
No. But like he wanted that, but he was like a teenager.
Damn. Poor guy.
Yeah. So my girlfriend was wearing like a halter top or whatever, and he fucking pulled her titties out.
Yo, hell no, dude. Yeah, that's
like what? And like exposed my girlfriend to like this entire party full of people.
Yeah.
And we basically just took turns beating the shit out of that
that's
kid.
what if I'm gonna go into a situation like that, I'm not going
like,
alone.
His friends were not even defending him. It was like kind of, I felt really bad, but like
if I was his friend, I wouldn't either. I'd just be like, dog, you.
No. I just started laying into the guy, and then my girlfriend, when she got herself back together, started beating him up too. and
awesome.
And like as he's like walking away, like wiping fucking blood off his nose, he's like, your girlfriend hits harder than you do, dude. I'm like, she's probably more pissed than me, motherfucker. Like who the hell do you think you are, man?
Shit,
and
I
like,
did
don't
actually,
abuse women, anybody.
I did actually
Jesus.
almost get in a situation like that because one of Sydney's coworkers was having like a housewarming party, and like I think she like invited like some of the people like from the bar that she goes to or whatever.
Sure.
Like most of the people were cool.
Yeah.
But there was like one older dude who was like hammered by the time I got there. He was like this little like Italian looking man. And like, you know, I got there probably like 2 hours after it started, But like they told me, no, he got here fucking hammered. And I'm just like, yo, because I get in and I'm like about to like take a shot, and he's like, yeah.
It's like how I always joke about how I'm gonna be Carl one day. Like I just feel like I'm gonna be like that kind of guy, and it's a nightmare for me.
You wouldn't be this kind of guy.
Just
this
like
guy,
I'm like working at a dishwasher in some shitty restaurants.
This guy could like barely fucking stand up, and like at first I thought it was funny because I'm like, look at this drunk little old man. But like, I didn't notice he was like being a fucking creep the whole time.
Sure.
And like, cause there was one girl who was like, she was like 20, so she wasn't drinking, and like he was like trying to like feed her shots and shit, and like, fucking everybody was like shutting that down. Like, hey, no.
I'm like 34 and I'd have a hard time dating a 20-year-old girl. I can't imagine being any older than I am and like trying that like it's a good idea. You know,
so
even at like a party, even if it's like. I mean, I don't know. That's just so weird.
So yeah, he's like creeping on people, and like where I notice it is like we're all like sitting in the living room, and like Sid's sitting on the couch with like her friend whose house it is, and I'm like sitting like on the other side of the coffee table, like on a chair, just like shooting the shit with some people, and this guy comes and sits down next to Sid, and like starts putting his arm like around her, and like we're like making eye contact, like. Am I gonna fucking have to like get up and fucking do something?
Yeah.
And like we're both like looking at each other like, how you want to handle this? And like the dude sitting next to him is like, yo, fucking get up. And I'm like, yeah, man, fucking move it. Like I'm like, all right, if it's going, let's fucking go.
That's fucking wild.
And like I get up, and before I could fucking do anything, fucking like the dude next to him and like one of the biggest dudes there. Fucking comes and grabs this old man they have him by his arms, and they just put him outside, and they're like, wait here, we're gonna call you a lift. And like fucking they turn around, and he runs to his truck, hops in his truck, and like fucking takes off. And we're all just like,
very cool move.
We're like, what do we do? And like it's in Woodstock, so we were like, as soon as he hits the main road, he's done.
Yeah, frankly, it's like that's not even your problem anymore.
Yeah, like we were all just like, because like he did like a loop around the neighborhood
Jesus
before, and like we're like, if he stops, should we just yank him out GTA style? Fucking, I was ready to do that because I'm like,
jog up alongside his car and throw him out.
Because like there was a stop sign right next to the house. It's like, well, if he's dumb enough to stop here before he goes, like,
Jesus,
maybe
dude.
we pull him out, and like he fucking skirts out of there, and like I'm like, well, thanks guys, because like these are people I'd met like that day.
Yeah.
And like I'm like,
it's really good when and this is more common than not. Like it's most people are good and will check the good vibes and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like when there's that one scumbag ruining the party for everybody, it's like it's almost like a tribal thing. Like we all kind of just innately know who the scumbag is.
Beat the brakes off of this old man.
I mean, yeah, you would have hurt him so bad, dude.
Like, it's like he could barely stand, and it's like, what satisfaction do I get beating the shit out of a drunk old man?
Like mid-30s, I wouldn't want to fucking fight with some dude in his 20s.
Yeah.
I just, I'm just not that good a shape to begin with, but like. I just know my shit hurts more often, dude.
Me and Sid were
I remember
up.
being 24 and I know what it's like right now, and I know I'm gonna be sore for a fucking month if I get in a fucking brawl.
We were fucking dying because like, fucking these guys dragged him out before either of us got a chance to do anything, and we're just like, oh, all right, man,
that's good shit.
Fucking cool.
That is good shit. Yeah.
And like I'm like, okay, man, sick, and then like everybody's catching me up, and, like smartening me up on like. He was being a creep the whole night, and like I'm like, oh, dude.
It's kind of nice to know that you were like the one to like, not that you were the one, but like to be part of like. It's like shutting that shit down.
That was it.
Stop. You know what I mean? Like, all right, enough's enough. Now you're creeping on this girl. Just cut it out, dude.
It was fucking. It was wild.
Yeah, yeah. You were talking about like just bar culture, and at the end of the day, most people are basically good, but there are just so many. There are just enough shitheads that it just ruins the party for everybody else. That's I'm not going to bars or anything like that yet because I'm still kind of fucking scared of this shit. But I have been going. There's an Indian joint that just opened up, and the dudes that work there are like way too friendly and awesome, and I can't stay away. This is the place. When I first went there, they were all taking naps.
Wait, that was the place that we went to that had the vegetarian.
Yeah. But now they closed and reopened with new owners and shit, so it's different
Okay.
people there, but it's still an Indian joint.
Yeah.
But like I went in there, it was like 4 PM, and there's like people sleeping in all the fucking booths.
Yep, that's how it was at the fucking at the like the Japanese place I used to work for. Like, fucking 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I'd be like sitting on a bucket in the kitchen, like half asleep,
Just chilling because
like,
no one's there eating.
Yeah,
but I don't know. They had just opened, and I guess they were so happy that someone was there. Like they gave me all these free appetizers and shit, and just like they've been spoiling me ever since.
Hell yeah.
Give me a free beer every now and then.
Yeah.
But, the other about a week ago, I was there, and this fucking dude is at the bar, talking to some other guy about. It's an older dude in like his 60s, and then a guy who's like college age, like 22, 23 years old, and they're talking about fucking Tesla and Elon Musk and shit like that.
Boy.
And of course, I can't keep my fat mouth shut. I gotta talk about this shit. And so, you know, and they were basically on the same page. They were talking about how like, yeah, electric cars are cool and innovative, but Elon Musk is a fucking scumbag and a sales grifter bullshit.
Right.
You know, and
I fucking hate that people think it's like ironic or funny to like feature him and stuff.
It's so stupid, dude. He's just a fucking sales guy. He's just a shit CEO. He's not cool. Like, he's not smart. He just hires people.
Anytime he's in anything, it's never good.
It's not. He's not. Yeah,
like,
he's not smart or funny or good.
I'm glad that Saturday Night Live episode opened up a lot of people's eyes to be like,
yeah.
No, we're done with this.
And it's just a fact that like he doesn't actually create anything. He hires people to create things for him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but his parents like fucking made their money off the backs of other people, and he's just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
but I ended up the fucking college age kid ended up leaving, and kind of early in the conversation, and then me and this fucking old man, like dude is like my dad's age. We sat there and talked about like everything for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
And it was wild because like he's like a self-identified libertarian. He's very much like a Ron Paul kind of guy.
Ooh, boy.
Where his whole thing was like, oh, I'm not left or right. I'm right in the center, which is why I'm a libertarian. Which is, if
so
you know,
you're just the worst.
But yeah, like
saying.
libertarian is actually technically further to the right than Republican.
Well, yeah, because like I feel like people who stormed the Capitol were libertarians.
Yeah, and it's just so.
Did you hear about the fucking shaman guy who's getting 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years.
That's pretty wild.
I mean, I don't think that's enough. But hey, it's something.
For what his goofy ass did, it's not like he actually hurt anybody. But.
Yeah, it's like 4 years. He's gonna lose his mind after the first month.
It's gonna suck.
Like
for
this
him.
is a guy who's probably never been in jail past the fucking drunk tank. You know.
I wonder what prison life is gonna be like for that guy.
Dude, it's going.
Is the Aryan Nation gonna be?
Oh, he's gonna do that immediately. He's just gonna like get in, fucking try and start some shit with like.
That is so wild.
Any ethnicity that he can find.
That is so fucking wild.
And like hope for the best.
Because his whole thing is I'm a shaman and I'm vegan and it's all about peace and love. So how is he going to be able to get into like sectarian racism?
That's what I'm saying. It's like all like the Aryan Brotherhood. They don't fuck with all that like Eastern Eastern bullshit.
You can't be a fucking shaman.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like what are you fucking like that fucking you like the fucking chink science?
Like a fucking. And the thing is, he is a Christian too. So it's like he's a Christian. You can't be both. You can't.
Are people in the Aryan Brotherhood Christian?
I mean, technically, yeah. That's all
I thought they'd be like Catholic or something.
Well, that's a type of Christianity.
Okay,
so.
Is it? I thought they were different.
It's the OG.
I mean, I don't get down with any religion.
All of the sects of Christianity spawn out of Catholicism. Yeah, the Catholic Church is the oldest one.
Gotcha.
So there are people there's like Southern Baptists who say that's not real Christianity because their version is better. But there's also like Mormons who think that Jesus also lived in the United States for a while. So it's these people are fucking crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
But my point with the libertarian guy was that we ended up agreeing on like most things.
I mean, yeah, because that's the thing. Most people are good people. It's just when you get down to like, the weird like, the only things that humans in America would be thinking kind of bullshit.
And
it's like
the thing I noticed, he kept getting stuck and hung up on certain like definitions and there were like very clear walls in his head where he would like he would say things like he agrees that we should have like socialized medicine and things like that, but then it's always but taxes.
See, it makes me think
know.
of that thing from that Michael interview that Jason did, where it was like, when Michael's like, it's just like one thing, can just tear down all of these people's walls, so
absolutely.
they'll just not.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you're a Christian, and they chose, God chose Donald Trump, and did he choose the guy that was like, I can fucking assault anyone?
Yeah, I can grab him by the pussy, and it's
like,
okay because I'm famous.
I'm friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a good guy. And it's like, God chose that guy, and they're just like, well, So like, it's crazy how close people are to just like having a breakthrough and just saying like no.
And it literally is just he just says no. I kept talking about getting out of the war, which is shout out to leaving Afghanistan.
Oh boy,
Jesus Christ,
man, the footage from that stuff is hard to watch.
Well, it's been hard to watch for 20 years that we had to leave, so I'm
about fucking time.
Anyway, but so like we're agreeing on that. We're agreeing on Medicare for all. We're agreeing that minimum wage should be higher. We're agreeing that Jeff Bezos and people like that should pay more taxes. And I'm like, so why didn't you vote for Bernie Sanders? And he's like, I don't know about Bernie Sanders. That socialism scares me.
Oh my god! It's like we were just
I'm
talking
all
about.
those things were his platform, dude. Like you literally
God.
like piece by piece by piece, he agreed with everything. But then you say Bernie Sanders, and he's like, no,
like I feel like
because that's socialism and it's scary.
Yeah, with these people, they hear socialism, they think Russia's bad. No socialism.
Yeah,
it's like wait, no.
It's like I didn't say anything about Stalin.
Yeah, it's like how there are different sects of Christianity.
Yeah,
fucking. Socialism doesn't have to be a one-size-fits-all thing.
Different cuts of beef, man.
Exactly. Like you can get, prime rib socialism, or you can get ground beef socialism.
Some ground chuck.
Yeah.
Where you can just suck on a hoof, and that's like Maoism.
Just fucking get your beets in a fucking horse hoof, and that's your socialism.
It was just really, it was a very interesting conversation. Just, it kind of restored my faith a little bit, because we were able to just sit there and chill and hang out. He kept being like, I like you, man. I don't agree with everything you say, but I really like you. And then it's like, well, I'd ask him, what do we disagree on? He's like, I'm not sure. It was really funny.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. It's weird how easy it is, but also how hard it is to get along with old people sometimes.
Oh, I mean, it all comes down to their disposition. He was a nice guy, and he was generous with his viewpoints. There's definitely a lot of those. I mean, God, I've told the story before about the guy who just fucking confronted me at the taco joint for how I was dressed.
Yep.
It's just like, really, dude, it's 2021.
It's weird.
I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Fuck off.
That's why, that's kind of why I put off redyeing my hair for so long. Well, I mean, people, with the podcast don't know, but fucking what you saw from the old episodes, hadn't dyed it since until a week ago.
Oh yeah.
Because I got kind of really annoyed with it being a conversation starter.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
People walk up, oh, cool hair, let's talk about it. It's like, nah, dude, I really don't want to.
Yeah. It's
like, if I'm at a bar, okay, fine, because it's gonna happen. People are gonna be like, hey, nice hair, and it's okay,
yeah, that's
thank you.
different.
But if I'm the thing is where it happens the most, what that I fucking hate is at Publix in line for fucking pub sub, and somebody
people
just
are chatting you up at Publix.
Oh my god, it's happened 3 different times
I
where
can't
somebody
stand that.
just fucking chats my ear off about absolutely fucking nothing. And the last time
that must be something about you. I think the last time that happened to me was when we were at the fucking Kroger buying beer. And that fucking some old guy's like, "Wow, you guys are having a party, huh?" We're just we're just stocking up for the weekend, man. It was just, don't fucking look at me right.
Well, the last time was the most annoying, and I'm sure this guy will never see this, but
Sure.
it was the guy at working the counter, making the sandwich.
Oh man.
Who saw my hair and saw that I was wearing a Dragon Ball Z T-shirt and just would not stop talking to me about anime. And
I kind of feel for that guy.
I was so fucking tired, and I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And then it's he wouldn't hand me my sandwich.
Oh,
He
shit.
just kept talking to me, and I'm like, come on, put it on the counter.
Yeah.
Let me go.
We need to end this transaction, sir.
And he's just yeah, have you ever heard of this, that, and the other? I'm like, no, never
God.
heard of that. But
Episode 12, season 1, Yu Yu Hakusho
I'm
is
here's
probably
what I do watch. And he's like, oh, no, I've never heard of that. And
cool. We have
like,
nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, that's exactly. Like, that exchange happened, like, 3 different times where he'd be like, have you heard of this? And I was like, no, I haven't really been caught up on, like, the newer anime, like, My Hero and, like, Demon Slayer.
It's like the last date I went on, man.
I'm like, have you seen Yu Yu Hakusho? And he's like, no, I've never seen that. Have you seen this? And I was like, nope. Haven't seen that either. Have you seen? He's like, nope. And like, it just goes back and forth 3 times, and I'm just like, fucking just waiting.
Can I just have my sandwich?
And so like, eventually, I just kind of start eyeballing my sandwich, like not trying to be rude.
Yeah.
And like, he like puts it on the counter, and I grab it, like trying not to be a dick about it. And I'm just like, yeah, no, and just start kind of backing up. Yeah, no, good talk,
dude,
man.
totally, yeah,
like,
bro.
Yeah, take it easy.
You're a
and,
great
like,
guy, man. Yeah.
Fucking, it was like, dude, I could have been in and out of this place.
I feel for that guy. I feel like I've been that guy before. You know what I mean? Because like when you're working a shit job for like minimum wage, and you're talking to the people who suck half the time, you know what I mean? And you see one person who you can kind of click with for a second.
I get it, but
I would do that at the music stores a lot. When like if someone's wearing like a cool band shirt that isn't common, every other kid walks in with Guns N' Roses or Nirvana. If you walk in with Leftover Crack, I want to be your buddy. You know what I mean?
See,
but it's like
I could be nice and polite until he didn't give me my sandwich. That's what I was.
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty fucking irritating.
Like, yo, dude.
It's like those fucking street vendors with the ice cream cones.
Oh man,
they just keep taking it back and taking it back. And oh my god,
fucking street vendors, man! I just remembered fucking. We've done so much shit since the podcast has been on hold.
No, I mean, dude.
Went to fucking Tennessee. That was a whole thing.
Oh shit, yeah.
Took our first group vacation to fucking Nashville.
Yeah, dude. That was pretty fucking cool.
I've wanted to go back ever since.
That was a really fun time. I feel like there's a sort of thing that always happens when you go on vacation. You kind of associate the place with the good times a little too much. Like, I feel like living and working in Nashville would be a fucking pain in the ass.
Working on that strip where we were.
Man, dude.
Hell no, dude.
Being one of those poor fucking bartenders.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I wouldn't want to do it, but it is a really cool place to visit, and especially just as like a guitar nerd, it was like it really felt like the Holy Land experience, you know what I mean?
What was really funny was when I told you, because I had gone out a night before by myself, where I was just like, my rule of thumb, they play Devil Went Down to Georgia, I get the fuck out. And like, you were like, come on, how often is that going to happen?
And we saw it like 7 times.
Yeah, it's like literally that was the fucking like Claxton for each bar.
Less than an hour. It was like Devil Went Down to Georgia.
There's that one we went to where they're like, if we can make 100, if y'all can raise $100, because they do this cool thing where if you pay, the bands are so fucking good that they'll just
play the fucking song.
Yeah, whatever you want. If
they
you
just
pay
had people handing cash up to the
they're
stage.
like, if we can make $100, we'll play Devil Went Down to Georgia, and they teased it, and I'm like, no,
yeah,
no,
they
this.
Played the intro riff and then like waited for more cash to get up to the stage.
I like this bar. Don't do this.
I thought, it's a hell of a flex. I really respected that shit.
Yeah, no, it's tight. Like I wouldn't last a minute as a musician out there.
Oh my god, like I've dedicated my life to guitar, and I'm bottom tier in Nashville. It's fucking wild.
The amount of times I hear Devil Went Down to Georgia whenever I leave Georgia,
it's pretty funny.
It hurts, dude. Like I told you about the time I was like, it was like my senior trip in high school, and like we went to some like karaoke diner, and they're like, we've got a group from Atlanta, Georgia in the house, and we're all like,
so we got to play their favorite song.
And we hear the and somebody's on the
Christ.
table like stomp clapping, and we're just sitting there like, are we some kind of joke to you? Is this what this is us? Yeah, this is us. We're just like fuck you guys.
That's
like,
so annoying.
Me and my friend Alex were sitting there just like, no, this is fucked. Like hell no, dude.
It is kind of a cool, fun song, but it's definitely not something you want to hear all the fucking time.
I fucking hate it. Ever since Guitar Hero 3. When
shit.
that was the final
That's
boss
funny.
song, I'm like, this is your final boss song.
That's funny.
Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Was it the Primus version or the original one?
I think it might have been the Primus version.
Because I love Primus.
But that was the game with Through the Fire and Flames on it.
Yeah, right.
And your final boss song is gonna be Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Not even a guitar song, just a violin solo. Fucking goddamn it! That's so stupid. I
hate that song.
That's interesting because. So, Devil Went Down to Georgia is obviously associated with us. Fucking the only song I can think of that's about Salt Lake City is "Friend of the Devil" by Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, there's all this devil shit chasing me around. I lived in Florida for a long time, which is basically hell.
Florida's hell, dude.
Yeah, it's
Florida is hell. Well, me and Sydney were in Tallahassee for that week. I came out one day, like, in the morning to grab something out of my car, and there's just a big-ass turtle just walking down the road. And I'm like...
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody see? And I'm, like, talking, like, turtle probably about, like, this big.
They're huge, yeah.
And it's just fucking walking down the street. And I'm like, dude, do I catch it?
I know shit hit one of those with a bike when I was a kid.
Dude.
It jumped out of the fucking... Like, those guys will go fast when they want to.
I didn't know turtles could go fast. Like, there was one time I was driving home. I think I was like 21 or something, and I saw just a turtle in the road. And I was like, cool, I'm going to take this home. And I took it home, and, like, it chewed its way out of the thing I put it in and, got the fuck out of my driveway.
They don't fuck around
so quickly.
Oh, God.
And, like, I, like, was like, what the fuck? And I go down my driveway, and I see that he's, like, down the street. And I'm like, you won.
Yeah.
You won.
I was, like, 10 or 11, and I used to ride my bike home from school. I was one of those kids. And this was in Orlando. And so, like... Every neighborhood in Orlando, there's like artificial ponds everywhere because you just have to do that, and they're always full of fucking gators and turtles. So you'd see gators and shit like on the bike ride to school almost every fucking day.
Dude, fuck.
And there was there was a little cut through that it was like a sidewalk that went through like a little tree wooded area, and I would take that through every time because it was like 5 minutes faster than taking the long way. And one time I'm going through there, and this fucking turtle just pops out into the sidewalk. In the forest right in front of me.
Jeez.
Stops my front tire, so I flip over and land on my back, and then I see the tire coming at me, but the seat hits me in the stomach and just completely wins me. And I just remember, like, the seat is in my gut, and the tire is, like, spinning slowly, like, an inch away from my nose.
Just alien.
Just like right here. And I was like, oh, like trying to breathe and like trying not to cry, and like the turtle is like just walking away, like fuck you.
Just like sucks to suck.
Yeah, why'd you fucking hit me, bro? Like, god damn. And I just
I would have fucking just straight up took a shovel to that thing.
Yeah, just going home from school like just fucking wrecked by a turtle.
That reminds me, I was like hanging out with my brother at one of his friend's house. I think I was like 9 or 10. And there was like a bat like in their house.
Shit.
And like and so
that
like,
is scary, dude.
It was in their house for like 2 or 3 days. And like by the third day, their dad, like this guy's dad, had enough. And like it was one of those houses kind of like it was like high ceilings and shit.
Yeah.
And so this thing like comes down and goes in the kitchen and like stops like in like the corner of the counter. This guy's dad bare hands this bat. Fucking bare hands it, slams it, and just throws it outside.
Oh shit!
We're just like, yo,
poor fucking creature just got wrecked, dude.
Because like we're in there like getting pizza, and like we don't notice it because this happened in like less than
that's like ninja like
his dad's standing behind us, fucking grabs it, bam. Fucking walks, throws it outside.
Damn.
And we're just like, huh.
Damn,
okay.
Dude.
Guess the bat's gone.
I guess you got to solve a problem somehow, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how long we've been going, but we could probably call it on this one. I think this has been a full episode.
It's almost an hour.
Yeah, that's fair. That's good. You're the
boss, man.
Don't want to give him too much on the first one back.
Yeah, it's your show.
But I mean, hey, these are gonna be regular again.
Yeah.
Now that working class music is up and rolling, I don't know if I'll be making any more Nothing But Nelson videos. But who knows?
If you feel like it.
Yeah, if I feel like it, maybe. Because there's a lot of me going around.
Yeah.
You got this. You've also got the Punk Black podcast.
Hell yeah.
You've also got working class music that you could be watching.
And Punk Black is blowing up right now, too,
man. Punk Black is blowing the fuck up.
Vaughn was talking about talking with Adult Swim and shit recently.
Dude, we were talking about that last night. He was like, it's unreal for you to hear it from me. How do you think I feel?
Imagine being
like,
him. Yeah, bro.
Fucking A. It's like I was telling about how
so awesome.
I freaked out about the whole W9 form.
Fucking awesome.
And he's like, yeah, no, I get it. It's nobody else is gonna get why this is a big deal, but it's like when your friend's company who you've been working with for 5 or 6 years, as the youngest guy on the team, like that's that moment where you know, oh, I'm not getting fired. Like I'm in.
You're here.
Like,
You're a made man,
yeah,
man. It's fucking sick. It's very cool.
So yeah, there's plenty of stuff happening. We're working all the time. But yeah, this has been the Interesting Conversation podcast. If you want more stuff, follow us anywhere. We're both on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'm at Nelson for you and
Real Xander Cuck.
Real Xander Cuck, and we'll probably do something.
We've
I don't know, we
got
post a lot of
YouTubes
Twitter
and
stuff.
Twitches and shit going
Yeah.
on. I'm not streaming as much as I was trying to, but I'm
all
getting
my
back into it.
Twitter is just drunk tweets and wrestling. So if
It's
you
fantastic.
like that, you
It's
know,
great shit.
you know, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. So follow me on Twitter. I might be starting a wrestling podcast soon.
Cool.
Just because I feel like, you know, it's good again. You know, like fucking
I mean,
wrestling's cool again.
yeah.
So why not?
You've always been a fan, and for you to be this stoked about it, definitely seems like a big
you know,
deal.
yeah, it's
so.
like I don't want to turn this podcast into a wrestling podcast.
Well, I just can't participate. you
Yeah, it's
know?
like yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got a host lined up.
Give you a little outsider perspective, I guess, but
I mean, yeah, no, there are. I told you I do want to do those videos where I have you react to like deathmatch stuff.
hell yeah, I'm so down for
shit
that
would be
though.
great.
Wow, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah,
Dude.
so you know, once we have some more time on our hands, we'll be doing more stuff. We just, you know, we have some old episodes of the podcast dropping, and we just wanted to give you a new one to let you know we're okay. We're good. We're alive.
Shit's
My hair's
happening.
still purple.
Shit's happening.
Xander's still tall and old. You know, it's great.
Just getting older.
But yeah, dude. Oh, I almost forgot the sign off. Carpe diem, que sera, sera. You'll see us next time.
Later, y'all.
I don't know. I get the feeling you've got a hard job. I wonder what it takes to please you. The job I want. Part-time, full-time. I want to be good at it, bad at it. I want to get promoted, fired, corner office, hostile takeover, workplace accident. I'm on my knees, Stacy, praying.